Thank you, Mayor McDonald. Thank you, City Council, for having us here tonight to report to you on the status of the Freeport Economic Development Corporation and our Marina project. My name is Dan Tarver. I'm the President of the Freeport Economic Development Corporation. Other members of the Freeport EDC Board are Mr. Jack Taylor, Lila Deal, Larry Schaefer, Sandra Woodwicki, William Raines, and of course, Councilman Clan Cameron. It is important to mention that Mr. Nat Hickey and Mr. Bob Welch have been instrumental in helping this project move forward. I'm very pleased to announce that we're on the verge of opening the marina for business in late May, early June. We expect to open up 2 of the floating docks, making available 52 wet slips for rental, and we have a list of prospective renters to help begin populating the facility. Immediately thereafter, we expect to open the remaining 3 docks that will be available, make available another 86 wet slips for rent. The marina opening is a result of a lot of hard work, many hours dedicated to making the Freeport Municipal Marina a reality that was envisioned to be the engine of our downtown economic redevelopment. In May, our marina will host to the revival, or actually in late April, a host to the revival of the Blessing the Fleet ceremony, an event that in the past has been one of the highlights of our water activities in Freeport. There is a list of boats already signed up to participate in the event, so it should be a very positive attribute to our town. We've spoken to 3 yacht clubs who have made plans to visit Freeport Marina in the next 90 days, so there is a list of people who are very interested in seeing our marina come online. As most people are aware, Freeport Marina project was estimated originally to cost the city $6 million, but unforeseen costs and failure of the project developer to provide any financial assistance has caused the EDC to have to seek additional funding to complete this project. To make up for this loss of funding, the Freeport EDC did 2 things. First, they sold to the city of Freeport the Henderson tract of land just west of the Marina Dry Stack building for $950,000. And most recently, the Freeport EDC borrowed $1.75 million to help us get to the point where we could begin to see a reward for our efforts. And I'm pleased to say it's right around the corner. Moving this project forward has not been smooth sailing. Our developer, Walker Royal, has demanded that the Freeport EDC sell him the Henderson tract of land for $200,000. The EDC sold the tract of land to the city of Freeport to gain funding for the project, and subsequently, Mr. Royal has filed suit against the Freeport EDC, demanding that the property that cost the Freeport Economic Development Corporation over $900,000 to acquire be sold to him for $200,000. The attorneys for the Freeport EDC are responding to Mr. Royal's lawsuits. Now, I dare say that the citizens of Freeport would not approve of the EDC selling a piece of property for $200,000, what cost us $950,000 to acquire. And we've hired the firm of Fossey and Jewell in Houston to represent the Freeport EDC in the lawsuit filed by Mr. Royal. And we have instructed our attorneys to file suit against Mr. Royal and his myriad of companies to recover the cost overruns of the marina project above the $6 million that was committed to in the beginning. You have a copy of the complaint that was filed today. I think it sums up very well the scope of the marina project and the difficulties that we've had to endure to move this project forward. Few people are aware of the facts surrounding this project, and this complaint should give them an idea about what really transpired since this project was proposed. We believe that many people have been buffaloed into believing that this project was going to be the panacea for Freeport's economic woes. It is not. Many people, including council members, former EDC board members, and the general public have been hoodwinked by visions of grandeur. One example is the 40-year contract signed by former EDC members that favored the developer. It is this board's opinion that the agreements were being pushed on people by former city manager Ron Bottoms and former EDC director Lee Cameron without their full knowledge of what they were signing up for. Such was the case with one council member with the signature on the agreement that was signed but not read. From time to time, we've heard grumblings from some people about this board not being competent. We've heard from some people that this board needs to be replaced. Some of the people making these outlandish statements have never been to an EDC board meeting. But to give credit where credit is due, I did check the record, and at least one of the people making this claim in public recently has been to a total of 2 EDC meetings, both in the last 30 days. But we've also heard from a larger number of people who have commended us for our actions and our dedication to making this project a reality. And they are typically the people who have been to several meetings, not just one or two. Clearly, some of the bitter grumblings going on nowadays are purely for political reasons and not for the betterment of Freeport. So tonight, I've encouraged the other members of the EDC board to report to council about their experiences.